If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
You think he had a chance to win?
But what makes you say that? You know, I mean,
he need the money. I'm telling you.
Does he have a chance to win though?
The boxing world is buzzing right now. Terence "Bud" Crawford, the man many call the pound-for-pound king, has officially agreed to fight Gervonta "Tank" Davis. But with one brutal catch, this isn't just any negotiation. Crawford dropped a condition so bold, so unforgiving, that it's flipped the entire boxing scene upside down. The condition: Tank has to beat Jake Paul first in their upcoming fight this November. Only then will Bud give him the shot. Let's break this all down, because this fight isn't just about belts or rankings anymore. It's about reputation, redemption, and respect, and it's setting the stage for one of the wildest storylines boxing has seen in years.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147.
Oh,
I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Crawford isn't the type to play games when it comes to his legacy. He just dismantled Canelo Alvarez and solidified himself as one of the greatest technicians the sport has ever seen. But when Gervonta Davis started calling him out, Bud didn't brush it off. Instead, he laid out his condition plain and simple: prove yourself first, beat Jake Paul.
You know, unification, right? I know we last talked Big Bro first to Tank, right? And then, or is it
whoever? I told Tank. Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know that ain't gonna give him no fight. They not mentally there. You know what I mean? They might have a little skills here and there, but mentally wise, they not gonna be able to keep it up that whole fight. And them 2 guys right there, you know what I mean, is gonna be the ones that, you know, give him his first L.
At first glance, this might sound like an easy condition. After all, Tank is a 3-division world champion, and Jake Paul is still looked at as the YouTube. But when you zoom out, the picture isn't so simple. Jake is bigger, stronger, and fighting at 195 pounds, while Tank has never even gone past 140 comfortably. That's nearly a 60-pound difference. So, for Crawford to set this condition, he's basically daring Tank to walk through the fire before he can even think about stepping into the ring with him.
He should beat Jake Paul, shouldn't he?
No, he shouldn't.
You don't think? Sorry, so I thought we were all unanimous here. You think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds. Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
That's
what I'm saying.
Jake Paul,
he's a little
6'1".
man.
If Jake Paul's tucking up,
move on,
and absorbing punishment for walking forward, then look, there's a way to run.
Did Tank beat Jake Paul? On paper, yes, but the weight gap is no joke. Gervonta Davis is just 5'5", a natural lightweight, while Jake Paul is walking in as a full-size cruiserweight. If Jake can absorb punishment and keep pressing forward, the size advantage could be overwhelming. The reason behind Crawford's condition runs deeper than just a challenge. Bud knows Tank has been under fire lately for chasing money fights instead of legacy fights.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. Definitely might see it in a minute.
Remember, Tank skipped the rematch with Lamont Roach, the same Roach who humbled him in their first fight, just to sign on for Jake Paul. Fans were furious, and critics said Tank was ducking real competition interviews. So, what does Crawford do? He flips the script. He tells Tank, if you really want me, the best fighter in the world, then prove to me and the fans that you can handle the weight difference.
Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to
happen with a 135 pounder going up against a 200 pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over.
The circus and the pressure of Jake Paul. Only then will this mega fight make sense. It's like Crawford is testing Tank's heart before he tests his skills. Interview, and let's not forget, this November fight against Jake Paul is already one of the most controversial matchups of the year. Jake is coming in heavy, sitting at cruiserweight, while Tank is naturally a lightweight. That's 6 weight classes apart. Fans see this and think, if Tank wins, he's a legend. But if he loses, his reputation crumbles.
I even start to break down a Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight. Tank, you know, a massively powerful fighter at 135 pounds, but his punch output is among the lowest in the sport. Jake has a pretty decent punch output for a guy that's 200 pounds. He hits hard in his own right, but doesn't have the skill and capabilities anywhere close, or the feet, or the hand speed, or the eyes anywhere close to Tank Davis, but has a power that Tank Davis has probably never felt, but just because Jake is naturally 70 pounds bigger than him, right? So 10 rounds, 3 minutes, who starts to show the wear and tear first? I know if Tank touches him on the jaw, it's probably not going to feel like roses, regardless if he's 135 or 150 or whatever he steps in that night. He's still a Tank and has still put guys down as he's gone up in weight, but Jake is just so much bigger. How much will the power that Tank has at the lower weight class?
And that's exactly what makes Crawford's condition so brutal. Bud isn't just making Tank fight him, he's making him risk his entire legacy first. Imagine the headlines if Jake Paul knocks out Gervonta Davis. Not only would Tank lose his shot at Bud, but his credibility as a pound-for-pound great could be gone forever.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. And everybody at a clue. I mean, with him.
Tank, question for you. You're a proud father.
This condition is more than just a demand, it's a masterclass in leverage. The truth is, Gervonta Davis isn't the same Tank we saw a few years ago. Back then, he was feared. Fighters were terrified of his power, his killer instinct, his hunger. But lately, that fire looks dimmer. Instead of chasing the toughest challenges, he's chasing the biggest paydays.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Fans notice. His decision to fight Jake instead of running it back with Lamont Roach left a bad taste. Roach had him shook in that first fight. Roach earned that rematch. And Tank walking away from it made people think he was ducking.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre. That was burning my eyes, so I cut that.
So now all eyes are on him. If Tank beats Jake Paul, he can flip the narrative. But if he loses, it might be the end of Tank as we know him.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Boxing pros haven't been shy about sharing their thoughts on all of this. Shocker Stevenson blasted Tank for even entertaining Jake Paul, calling it disrespectful to the sport.
Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it, because at the end of the day, it's the money business, and you want to make the most money, but from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me, and if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
there's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
Yeah.
And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we'll catch you in the next one.